Is the cleanest general in South Africa secretly meeting with the kings of the underworld, or is a Northwest businessman trying to take down a commissioner with a high-stakes lie? Tonight on Mkhwanazi Brief, the Mkhwanazi investigation just took its most dangerous turn yet. DA spokesperson Jan de Villiers has turned his sights on Brown Mogotsi, the man who just dropped a political nuke. Mogotsi claims General Mkhwanazi allegedly met with Kat Matlala in person. But Jan de Villiers is digging for the receipts, the phone logs and dates that will either prove a massive cover-up or expose a desperate frame job. Who is Kat Matlala really protecting? And why is de Villiers so determined to find out if this meeting was a briefing or a payoff? The truth about the Kat connection starts right now.
Chairperson, Chair, I'm largely covered by the colleagues. I think many of the aspects have been covered. And I also think it's very difficult when one, with all due respect, have established that there's a huge or a large probability that the credibility of this witness is tainted. And that makes it very difficult to actually scrutinize the rest of the testimony. But let me just revisit some aspects. Chairperson, when I watch a very bad movie, badly written movie, I sometimes have to watch it twice because I don't understand what they are trying to say. So let's just revisit certain aspects. On your version, Mr. Mogotsi, you're an agent. I think we've established that it's actually an informant. But you were working, Mr. Matlala, and you were gaining his confidence. Am I correct? That's your version.
That's correct, sir.
Okay. We've also established that it's common cause that the PKTT was also investigating Mr. Matlala. You know that?
Yes, that's correct.
Honorable Kolopana, you are disturbing this house. Proceed, honorable officers.
So, and in your association, or you associate General Mkhwanazi with the PKTT, you said that previously or earlier today that he's the commander in your eyes of the PKTT. So he was investigating Mr. Matlala, am I correct?
It may be that way. However, remember the head of the PKTT is Lieutenant General Kumalo.
Yes.
But now that is based in the KZN, he may have influence in their investigations. In that context, it's correct.
Okay. But now you are at the same time saying you are investigating Kat Matlala, but you are also alleging that General Mkhwanazi is involved with Kat Matlala. Am I correct?
I did not allege that way. I said they had a meeting and they met, and as Major General Senuna testified, he did mention how he could assist Kat Matlala with his case, and also ensuring that the purchase orders are indeed expedited to the advantage of Kat Matlala.
Okay, but if both of you were actually investigating Kat Matlala, you were on the same side, actually. Not.
Cannot be.
Why not? Why is General Mkhwanazi the enemy if you are, according to your version, working Kat Matlala to expose him, expose his links? They are doing exactly the same. That's why there was this outrage at the disbandment of the PKTT, amongst other issues. But because of the fact that it seems as though it was done to stop the investigations into Kat Matlala.
No, in actual fact, if there's a session that General Mkhwanazi did meet with Ket Matlala, and he has offered him some purchase order. And he has even said if he can give information about General Sibia, one, he will take away that attempted murder case. Two, he'll keep his contract. So that kind of investigation cannot be regarded as a pure investigation.
Okay. In your statement, you then, with regards to this visit, and when you followed Mr. Matlala, according to your version, you give an address in your statement. I won't read it out loud. Are you pretty sure you followed him to that address?
That's the address that I saw him going into.
But you know what that address is?
In Mkhwanazi? No, I don't know.
So you stood outside that house. You didn't see what kind of house it is.
Yes, I passed. I saw where the car entered, and I went to stop elsewhere. And
Where did you
later,
stop? Near the house.
No, downwards, but taking an observation towards the house.
You must have seen that it's a protected house with guardhouse and with police outside the house. You must have seen that.
There are not many police, but there were. Yes, there was a car.
Mr. Mogotsi, you wouldn't have been able to stand there in that street. I put it to you. Secondly, I think you know what house that is. It's not very difficult to establish it, but it's also very, very irresponsible to put that address in your statement. And then you say, yeah, that you can't expose other people to dangers, but you do that with this address.
No,
it's very irresponsible because you know what address this is. You know.
No. Unless Chairperson, if I knew, I would have going to say I know the house. But I passed the house, and I drove very far, and I saw that that car going into that house.
Okay. On your version, you then also made it look and appear as if you were close to Minister Mchunu. You fabricated messages, according to your version, screenshots of messages that you made it look as if you sent to the minister and he sent to you. But there are certain messages that has been discovered in this whole and exposed in this whole process in front of the commission and in front of the committee that you sent on signal to the minister and he replied to, and when he appeared in front of the committee, he also confirmed that he did receive those messages. Now, there's a message that you sent him on the 26th of January 2025. And that message, and I'm paraphrasing, you say that there's a meeting that's going to take place between the Deputy National Commissioner, that's Sibia, the COS, the Chief of Staff, Nkabinde, and yourself in Durban. And that it's with regards to the Khumalo Mkhwanazi matter, and that it's significant. The minister replies and he says, don't unnecessarily. Do you remember those messages? It's not in the bundle. Oh, I can't see it in the bundle because it's very unclear, those messages that's in the bundle.
Yeah, that message was spoken about, and I recall now when you refer to that answer, not necessarily, yes, kind of, yeah. I remember that message.
Now, what was the purpose of that? Because that was not a message that you staged or that was there to create a certain impression. You sent the minister a certain message. Why did you send that to him? And did you meet with Nkabinde and Sibia?
No, that message never took place. I was trying to, because now where you speak about the Khumalo matter, I'm trying to remember, but Indeed, that message was sent because the minister then responded the way you say. But then the meeting between myself, Gavin, and the DNC never took place. And in fact, I wanted that message perhaps to take place. And then that question was asked so many times as to what was it that was about Khumalo.
On your version, you were investigating this. You were investigating the irregularities in criminal intelligence. That's your version. And that included General Mkhwanazi, that included General Khumalo. So on your version, did Minister Mchunu know that you were working these people, that you were doing this operation?
No, it's not like that. In the entire versions, there's no way we say General Khumalo had to be investigated.
But he was head of criminal intelligence. General Mkhwanazi says that there's irregularities. Who will you investigate?
Yeah, but that message did not imply. I wish I could find that message.
But what was the Khumalo Mkhwanazi matter then?
I cannot remember. Maybe if we can get another question, let me just try and get this message.
I don't think you'll be able. It's not legible in your bundle. You won't be able to see it. No, you can't see the word there. No, Mr. Mogotsi, let me rest there. I don't think we're going to establish anything more. I think, Chairperson, it's very clear. I think we know I know what I wanted to know. Thank you very much.